Hello, everyone, and welcome to English Listening Practice Hub. My name is Emma, and today I want to take you on a gentle, calm, and meaningful journey into one of the most important topics in life: improving yourself little by little every single day. This episode is called How to Improve Yourself Every Day. It is not just a lesson. It is not a list of rules. It is a slow, warm, motivational story told in simple English, created to help you relax, learn naturally, and feel inspired at the same time. I want you to imagine that we are sitting together in a quiet room. Maybe it is early morning. Maybe the world around you is still waking up. Maybe the light is soft, touching the walls in a gentle way. You take a deep breath. You let your shoulders relax. And in this calm space, we talk about life, your life, and how every day can become a little better. You do not need to be perfect.
You do not need to move fast.
You only need to move forward, one small step at a time. This story, like always, is told with slow, clear, easy to understand English. You do not need to focus on grammar or vocabulary. Just listen. Follow the rhythm. Let the words settle softly in your mind. Let motivation grow inside you in a natural, peaceful way. Today, I will guide you through a day in my life. One simple day, filled with small choices that help me grow. Because self-improvement is not about big changes. It is not about sudden success. It is about noticing yourself, understanding yourself, and choosing kindness over pressure, choosing progress over perfection. And as you listen, I hope you also think about your own life, the routines that shape your days, the moments that give you strength, and the dreams that wait quietly inside your heart. So let us begin. It is early morning. The sky is still a little gray, but the first light is slowly beginning to appear. I open my eyes gently. The room is quiet, warm, and calm. For a moment, I just lie there, feeling the soft weight of the blanket over me, hearing the distant sounds of a city waking up, a car passing, a bird singing, a neighbor closing a door softly. Every morning, I tell myself one simple sentence. Today, I will grow, even just a little. It is not a big goal. It is not a heavy promise. It is just a gentle reminder that each day is a new chance to be a little better. I sit up in bed and stretch my arms. My muscles feel a little tight, but the stretch feels good, like an invitation to begin again. When I stand and walk toward the kitchen, the apartment feels peaceful. The air is cool. My steps are slow. I enjoy this quiet moment before the world becomes loud. In the kitchen, I boil water for tea. The sound of the kettle warming fills the room with a soft, comforting noise. While I wait, I open the small notebook I keep on the table. It is my improvement journal. Nothing fancy, just a place where I write small thoughts, small goals, small reflections. Last night, before sleeping, I wrote one sentence. Be patient with yourself. I read it again now, and I feel something warm inside me, like the words are giving me a gentle hug. Self-improvement is not a race. It is not a competition. It is a relationship with yourself, your thoughts, your habits, your emotions, your dreams. When the kettle whistles, I pour hot water over a tea bag and watch the color slowly spread through the cup. Something about this moment feels symbolic. Just as the water takes on a deeper color, my mind takes on deeper understanding. I take my cup and sit by the window. Outside, the world is slowly waking. A woman walks her dog. A man carries a bag of bread. Children in school uniforms hurry down the street, laughing softly. Everything moves gently. I take my first sip of tea. It warms my hands. It warms my chest. And in this quiet moment, I ask myself another question, one that guides many of my mornings. What is one small thing I can do today to become a better version of myself? Not 10 things, not big things.
Just one small thing.
Because small steps grow into habits. Habits grow into change. And change grows into a new life. I close my eyes and think. Maybe today, the one small step is being kinder to myself when I make a mistake. Maybe it is reading 10 pages of a book. Maybe it is taking a longer walk. Maybe it is calling someone I care about. Maybe it is practicing English with patience and curiosity. I do not need to find the perfect answer. I only need to choose one direction. As I sit there, breathing slowly, the sunlight grows stronger. It touches the wall. It touches my cup. It touches my face. And it feels like the day is quietly whispering, "You're safe.
You can grow.
You can begin again." This gentle beginning becomes the foundation for everything that comes after. It reminds me that improvement is not something dramatic or noisy. It is something quiet and steady, like morning light slowly filling a room. In this story, through the day ahead, I will show you how small actions shape a meaningful life, how tiny moments of awareness, kindness, discipline, and courage can help you grow slowly, softly, and beautifully. And now, with warmth in my hands and calm in my mind, my day of self-improvement begins. The tea in my hands cools slowly as the morning grows brighter. I finish the last sip and place the cup gently on the windowsill. The warmth inside me remains, like a quiet promise that today will move in a good direction. I stand up, stretch again, and feel the energy returning to my body, not loud or fast, but steady and soft. I walk toward the bathroom and turn on the light. The mirror shows a sleepy face, relaxed eyes, and a peaceful expression. I do not rush to fix anything. I simply look at myself for a moment. This simple act, looking, accepting, breathing, is a part of self-improvement too. Many people think improvement means working hard all the time, but often it begins with something much quieter: awareness. I wash my face with cool water. It wakes me up gently. I enjoy the feeling, the freshness, the small spark of alertness. As I dry my face with a towel, I remind myself that today my goal is simple: one small step forward. Nothing more. I choose comfortable clothes, the kind that make me feel calm and confident throughout the day. I tie my hair back and smile at the mirror, not a big smile, just a small one, like a secret message to myself. You're trying, and that's enough. When I enter the living room, soft light fills the space. I open the curtains wider and let the sunlight cover the floor in warm, golden shapes. The brightness makes me feel stronger, as if the day itself is cheering for me. I take a notebook and sit at my small wooden desk. The desk is old, with tiny scratches from years of writing, studying, thinking, and dreaming. These marks comfort me. They remind me that life is a process, messy, beautiful, and full of learning. I open to a clean page and write one sentence at the top. Today, I will try to grow with intention. Then I think about what intention really means. It means choosing how you want to live your day, not just letting the day pull you in random directions. It means deciding who you want to be in each moment, even if things feel simple or small. I take my pen and begin writing. I want to be patient with myself. I want to speak kindly to myself. I want to do one task with full attention. I want to notice something beautiful around me. I want to practice gratitude, even for small things. These small goals make my heart feel lighter. Improvement does not need to hurt. It does not need to feel heavy. It can feel gentle, warm, and hopeful. After writing, I close the notebook and place it on the desk. Then I go to the kitchen again to prepare a simple breakfast. I slice an apple slowly, enjoying the crisp sound the knife makes as it touches the fruit. I warm a piece of bread and spread a little honey on it. The smell drifts upward, sweet, natural, comforting. As I eat, I stay quiet. No phone, no messages, no news. Just the taste of the food, the sound of my breathing, the light morning sounds from outside the window. Eating slowly is another way of living with intention. When breakfast is done, I stand up, take my jacket, and step outside. The hallway feels cool again, and the door clicks softly behind me. Outside, the sky is brighter now, with soft clouds stretching across the blue. The air feels fresh and gentle against my skin. I begin walking down the street. The rhythm of my steps, the cool breeze, and the warm sunlight mix together into a feeling that is almost meditative. This moment reminds me how important movement is, not just for the body, but for the mind too. When I move, my thoughts move. When I walk, my feelings begin to open. As I continue walking, I pass a small cafe. Through the window, I see a young woman sitting alone with a notebook in front of her. She looks peaceful, just like I did earlier. Maybe she is writing her own thoughts, her own dreams, her own goals. I feel an unexpected connection with her, even though we have never met. We are both trying to improve ourselves quietly and patiently. A few steps later, I see an older man sitting on a bench. His hands rest on a walking cane. He looks at the trees above him slowly, as if he is studying each leaf, each branch, each movement of the wind. Something about his calm presence inspires me. It reminds me that improvement is not only for the young, it is for everyone, every age, every moment, every soul. I continue down the street and decide to take a path that leads through a small park. The trees in the park stand tall and silent, like gentle guardians watching over the day. Their leaves move softly with the breeze. Birds hop along the grass. A dog runs happily in circles. A child laughs as she tries to catch a butterfly. These simple scenes give my heart a warm feeling, like life is whispering, "You are part of something bigger, and you are doing fine." I find an empty bench and sit down. The wood is cool, and the air feels fresh on my face. I close my eyes for a moment and let the sounds of the park surround me. Birds singing, leaves rustling, distant footsteps, soft laughter. Everything feels alive, yet peaceful. I take a slow breath in, then I let it out. In this moment, I realize something important. Improving yourself every day is not about becoming someone new. It is about becoming more yourself, more aware, more grounded, more compassionate, more present, more connected. This idea fills my chest with a warm, glowing feeling. It is soft but powerful. I open my eyes again and watch the light move through the branches above me. It shifts slowly, quietly, as the day continues to open. And as I sit there, in the calm of the park, I feel the first true spark of growth inside me, a spark that will guide the rest of the day. The gentle spark inside me grows warmer as I sit on the park bench, breathing slowly. It is a quiet, steady kind of warmth, like a soft light turning on somewhere deep inside my chest. I do not rush to stand up. I do not force myself to think. I simply sit and let the calmness guide me. After a few minutes, I decide to continue my walk. I rise slowly from the bench, feeling the cool breeze touch my face again. My steps are unhurried. The path curves gently between the trees, and I follow it without thinking too much. Sometimes improvement means letting yourself flow naturally, without pressure, without control. As I walk, I notice the small details around me. A leaf falling, spinning slowly. A small bird pecking at the ground. A young couple sitting on the grass, sharing quiet laughter. These tiny scenes remind me that growth happens in ordinary moments, not just during big, dramatic changes. The world is always moving, always becoming. And so am I. Once I leave the park, I take a street that leads toward the center of the city. The sounds grow slightly louder here, cars, conversations, bicycles, but I do not feel overwhelmed. Instead, I feel connected. People are moving with purpose, each person carrying a story, a goal, a dream. And I am one of them. As I walk, I think about the habits that shape a life. Not the dramatic ones, but the small ones people often ignore. Waking up a little earlier, drinking water, reading a few pages, speaking kindly to yourself, letting yourself rest without guilt. These habits build the foundation of a stronger, calmer, more grounded self. I stop at a crosswalk and wait for the light to change. Beside me stands a teenage boy holding a backpack. He looks tired but determined. His eyes are focused on the ground, deep in thought. I wonder what he is thinking about. Maybe a test. Maybe the future. Maybe something he hopes to become. Even though he is a stranger, I silently wish good things for him. Improvement is easier when the world feels gentle, even in silent ways. When the light changes, I cross the street and continue walking until I reach a small bookstore I love. The windows are filled with colorful covers, handwritten notes, and small decorations that make people smile. I pull the door open and step inside. The familiar scent of paper and ink wraps around me like a warm blanket. The bookstore is quiet, but alive. A woman at the counter greets me with a soft smile. I smile back and walk between the shelves. My fingers gently touch the spines of the books. Some titles I know well. Some are new to me. All of them feel like windows into different worlds. I stop at the self-improvement section. There are books with bold promises on their covers. Change your life in 30 days. Unlock your power. Build discipline fast. I pick one up and flip through it slowly. The words are strong and motivational, but something inside me whispers that true improvement is quieter than this. I put the book back and choose a different one, something softer, simpler. A book about daily habits, small reflections, and mindful living. The tone feels closer to how I want to grow. I read a few lines. Start with one small promise to yourself.
Keep it.
Then build another. These small promises shape the person you become. The sentence feels like a gentle truth. I hold the book against my chest for a moment, then decide to buy it. At the counter, the woman smiles again and says, "This one is special." Her voice is calm and sincere. I nod, feeling that she understands something I cannot explain. I leave the bookstore and continue my walk with the book in my bag. The weight of it feels comforting, like carrying a quiet friend who believes in me. As I continue down the street, I notice a small cafe with outdoor seating. A few people sit at the tables with cups of coffee, notebooks, or laptops. The smell of freshly roasted beans drifts through the air. I decide to stop and take a seat at an empty table. A waiter comes over with a friendly smile. "Good morning. What can I get for you?" I answer softly. "Just a simple coffee, please." "Of course," he says, and walks away. While I wait, I take out the new book and open it again. The first chapter speaks about awareness, paying attention to yourself, to your emotions, to the small choices you make every day. It says that many people live on autopilot, moving through their days without really seeing or feeling. The chapter encourages slowing down, noticing your habits, and choosing again with intention. I underline one sentence lightly with my finger. Awareness is the first doorway to change. My coffee arrives, and the warmth of the cup feels good against my palms. I take a slow sip. The taste is strong and earthy, grounding me in the moment. Around me, people chat softly, laugh, work, think, each person living in their own world, yet sharing this simple moment with everyone around them. I take a deep breath and feel something shift inside me, a subtle but clear realization. Growth is not about what you achieve. It is about how you live, how you think, how you choose, how you show up for yourself every day. Not perfectly, not loudly, but honestly. This thought stays with me as I sit with my coffee. I do not rush to finish it. I let the warmth stay with me, sip by sip, slowly. The world around me moves gently, and for the first time today, I feel a stable confidence rising, a confidence not built on success or results, but on self-awareness. When I finish my drink, I place the empty cup on the table and close my book. I do not feel transformed in a dramatic way. Instead, I feel aligned with myself, with my intentions, with the quiet rhythm of the day. I stand up, take my bag, and step back onto the street.
My steps feel different now.
Not heavier, not lighter, just more purposeful. And the day continues, opening slowly before me, inviting me to grow a little more with each gentle step. As I continue walking through the city, the sunlight grows warmer, touching the tops of buildings and creating soft reflections in the windows. The world feels more awake now. Cars move steadily, people talk on phones, Shops open their doors, but inside me, the calm from the morning remains. It moves with me like a quiet companion guiding my steps. I pass a group of workers arranging fruit stands outside a small grocery shop. Their hands move quickly, placing oranges in neat rows, lining up apples in perfect circles. Something about their focus catches my attention. They are not rushing, yet they work with intention, every movement steady, controlled, and purposeful. It reminds me that improvement often looks like this: small actions done with care. Nothing dramatic, nothing loud, just consistency. I walk a little further and find myself at a corner where a man is selling flowers. Bright colors, yellow, pink, white, red, fill the air with beauty. The man gently sprays water on the petals, making them shine under the morning sun. I stop and look at the flowers for a moment, letting their colors warm my eyes. He looks at me and smiles. Beautiful morning, isn't it? Yes, I say softly. It really is. Flowers make every morning better, he adds with a calm voice. I nod, feeling the quiet truth of his words. Before I continue walking, I buy a single small flower, nothing fancy, just a simple daisy. I place it carefully in my bag, knowing the sight of it later will bring me a soft moment of joy. Sometimes self-improvement is as simple as allowing yourself to enjoy beauty. As I move deeper into the city center, I notice a small open square. People sit on benches, chatting, reading, drinking coffee. A street musician plays a soft melody on his guitar. The notes float gently through the air, rising and falling like a slow heartbeat. I decide to sit for a moment and listen. The music is calm, peaceful, and slightly nostalgic. It makes me think of my childhood: quiet afternoons, open windows, soft sounds of life drifting through the house. Memories rise gently, like little waves. I let them come and go without holding them too tightly. This softness, this gentle letting go, is another form of self-improvement. Understanding your emotions without being ruled by them. After a few minutes, I take out my phone, not to scroll, not to distract myself, but to write a quick note in my personal journal app. Be present. Let things flow. Growth happens in the quiet moments too. I lock the screen and place the phone back into my bag. Presence feels better than distraction. I stand up and continue walking, letting the music fade behind me. The city feels bigger now, but also kinder. My steps feel steady, like they are carrying me towards something important, not a destination, but a state of mind. Soon I reach a library, a place I often visit when I need inspiration. The building is old, with tall columns and wide steps. I climb the steps slowly, enjoying the echo of my footsteps in the open space. When I enter, cool air surrounds me, carrying the familiar scent of old books, paper, and quiet knowledge. Inside, people move gently between shelves, whispering softly, turning pages, taking notes. Libraries always make me feel connected to something larger: ideas, stories, experiences, dreams. Every book here carries a piece of someone's growth. I walk to the reading area and choose an empty table. I open my new book again and begin reading the next chapter. It talks about discipline, not the harsh kind that punishes you, but the gentle, respectful discipline that comes from loving yourself enough to try. One line stands out. Discipline is choosing your future self over your current comfort. I whisper the sentence quietly to myself, letting the meaning sink in. It feels true. Improvement requires love, not punishment, not pressure. Love for the person you are becoming. I sit there for a long time, reading slowly, letting the words open small doors inside my mind. The more I read, the more I understand that self-improvement is not an event, it is a relationship. It requires patience, honesty, and consistency. After some time, I close the book and stretch my arms. I decide to take a small break and look out the large library windows. Outside, people walk with purpose.
Buses pass by.
Clouds drift across the sky. Life continues, moment by moment. I take a deep breath and feel grateful for this day, a day that is not spectacular on the outside, but deeply meaningful on the inside. A day that teaches me who I am, gently, quietly, naturally. When I leave the library, the fresh air outside feels even better. I walk slowly, not because I am tired, but because I want to savor these moments. The sounds of the city blend together into a soft background music. As I continue through the streets, I think about the small improvements I have already made today.
Il chose awareness. Il chose calmness. Il chose réflexion.
I chose presence.
Il chose beauty.
I chose growth. None of these choices were big or difficult, but they shaped the path I am walking now. They shape the person I am becoming. Eventually, I decide to stop by a small park again, this time a different one. The trees here are older, taller. Their branches create a canopy of shade that feels cool and comforting. I sit on a bench and place my bag beside me. For a moment, I close my eyes and listen to the wind moving through the leaves. The soft rustling sound feels like the world whispering secrets, secrets about patience, about growth, about the quiet strength inside every person. I open my eyes slowly and watch the sunlight filtering through the branches, creating shifting patterns on the ground. Something about this moment feels especially meaningful, because here, in this quiet space, I feel something clear and powerful. I am growing, slowly,
Softly.
but truly, not in a dramatic way, not in a way others can easily see, but in a way that matters deeply. Improvement is not a performance. It is a personal journey, a gentle unfolding of who you are meant to be. And sitting here under the old trees, I feel ready for the next step, whatever it may be. The afternoon light begins to soften as the sun slowly moves across the sky. I sit under the tall trees of the quiet park, feeling the cool shade wrap around me. The wind moves gently, carrying the scent of grass and earth, and the soft sound of leaves brushing against each other. The moment feels peaceful, almost like time has slowed down just for me. I take a slow breath and feel the air fill my lungs. There is something about this moment that feels like a turning point, not loud or dramatic, but deep and honest. I can sense the quiet voice of my inner self becoming clearer, as if the entire day has been guiding me to this exact place. I place my bag on my lap and pull out the daisy I bought earlier. Its petals are still bright and soft. I hold it gently between my fingers, turning it slowly. The simple beauty of the flower reminds me of something important. Meaningful change often begins with something small, fragile, and quiet. As I watch the flower, I think about everything this day has shown me. The morning light, the gentle walk, the small bookstore, the quiet cafe, the calm library, the peaceful parks, the people I saw, the thoughts I shaped, the feelings I discovered. None of it was extraordinary, yet all of it helped me grow. Growth does not shout. It whispers. It does not push.
It guides.
It does not demand perfection. It invites presence. I realize that improving myself every day is not about becoming someone else. It is about becoming more aware of who I already am. It is about choosing kindness even when it feels difficult. It is about showing up for myself in small ways, ways that build trust, patience, and hope. The flower rests gently in my hands as I look into the distance. A few children run across the grass, their laughter light and full of life. An older man sits on a nearby bench reading a newspaper. A young woman listens to music, her foot tapping softly to the rhythm. The world feels full of quiet stories, each person trying, learning, improving, growing. A soft warmth spreads across my chest. A realization, a truth, a calm acceptance. I do not need to change everything today. I only need to change something. One thought, one habit, one choice, one moment. With each gentle step, I become closer to the version of myself I want to be: patient, aware, hopeful, calm, connected. I stand up slowly from the bench, holding the daisy delicately. The sunlight filters through the trees, touching my face with a soft, golden glow. The air feels lighter now, almost as if the world itself is encouraging me to continue. I begin walking along the narrow path that leads toward the park exit. My steps feel steady, grounded, intentional. Each step is a small promise to myself, a promise to grow, a promise to try, a promise to begin again when needed, a promise to choose myself, gently and honestly. As I approach the gate, I stop for a moment and look back at the trees. Their branches move slowly with the breeze, creating soft shadows on the ground. I feel grateful for the calm, for the clarity, for the quiet guidance this day has given me. I take the daisy and place it carefully on a wooden post near the entrance. It feels like leaving a small symbol of my journey, a reminder that something simple can hold meaning. The white petals shine softly in the light. I step out of the park and walk down the street. The world feels different now, not because it changed, but because I did. My heart feels open. My mind feels clearer. My breath feels easier. And as I continue walking, I feel the strongest realization of the day. Self-improvement is not a destination. It is a daily practice, a gentle devotion to becoming the person you want to be, one quiet moment at a time. The sky begins to shift toward late afternoon colors, soft golds, warm oranges, pale blues blending together. I feel surrounded by peace, a deep, grounding peace that comes from knowing I am on my path, moving forward at my own pace. When I finally reach home, the door clicks softly behind me. The familiar scent of my space greets me warmly. I place my bag on the chair and take off my jacket. The room feels calm, safe, welcoming. I sit by the window again, the same place where my morning began. The light is softer now, but just as gentle. I open my notebook and write. Today I grew, not loudly, not perfectly, but honestly. A warm feeling spreads through me, not excitement, not pride, just gratitude. Gratitude for the day, gratitude for myself, gratitude for the quiet courage to keep going. I close the notebook and rest my hands on my lap. Outside, the sky slowly shifts into evening. Inside, I feel a sense of closure, soft, calm, complete. And with that, I end the day with a quiet smile, knowing that tomorrow is another chance to grow again. Thank you for listening to this slow and gentle story. If it touched you, calmed you, or helped you feel inspired in even a small way, then I am truly happy. Remember, you do not need to change everything at once.
You do not need to move fast.
You only need to move forward, one quiet, intentional step at a time. Every day gives you a new chance to choose yourself. Every time you listen, learning becomes easier. And every gentle moment of awareness brings you closer to the person you want to be. If you enjoyed this story, stay with us for the next one. More slow, peaceful, meaningful English listening practice is waiting for you here. And together, day by day, step by step, we will continue to grow.